Hey, and thank you for clicking play. A couple of things have recently come up that have really put a smile on my face, and it's quite humbling. So first is there's a guy called Steve Torma, I think his name is, through, I think it's the Retro Brisbane group and a couple of other groups. So he's an Australian guy, and he's just been really supportive, and he's been sharing my content. Now, that's a big thing, to see somebody else appreciating your content to the point where you don't even have to share it yourself. Somebody else is sharing it on your behalf. Whilst we, you know, in all honesty, in some way we all want to see that happen, but at the same time, it's extremely humbling when it does, and it really takes your breath away, and you go, flipping heck, somebody else thinks my content is worth sharing. You know, it's essentially in a way putting their name against it. So I really do appreciate that. Seriously, it blows me away. And so on that same vein, the Amigo Bros, or the Amigo Brothers, the American guys who do a weekly podcast, they are huge in the Amiga scene out of America. And obviously Boat is also involved in This Week in Retro with Neil from Retro Man Cave, and on one of their recent podcasts, they shared my channel. They gave me a shout out. Now, they're massive. They've got, you know, thousands and thousands of subscribers, and they saw my content as worth mentioning along with other channels. And the other channels they were sharing are channels that I hold in very high regard, such as Chris Edwards and a couple of others. Who are, you know, gods in that area, you know, especially Chris Edwards. I think he was an ex-Commodore techie, I think, or something like that. But he does a lot of technical videos, really good stuff. Really down to earth and blunt style, because he really knows his stuff. But he's got his own sense of humor as well. So to be shared, just to be shared by those guys in the first place is, it floored me, to be honest. Somebody else had to let me know on Facebook, because I must confess, much as I'm a huge fan of those guys, I don't watch every single video they put out, because some of them are a bit longer, blah, blah, blah. Time is short, so many channels. And as you guys know, I like to share the love and look at some big channels, small channels, all channels. So I can't watch everything all the time. Obviously, I can't. That would be a full-time job in itself. Yeah, I'm stunned. And so on that vein, I just want to give a shout out to some of the channels that I really appreciate and that I want to see grow. So that's the purpose of today's video. It's not to say, hey, look at me, I've been shouted out. Not at all. It's to let you know how stunned that is for me, and to share a knock-on effect, I think. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time is mention a few channels. So the first one, if you haven't watched this guy, and I hope he's all right, because he hasn't put out a video for 5 months now. It's the Amiga Show. And this guy's videos are just such high production quality. He's got 123 subs. And basically he covers sort of different things from the Amiga era. It's the little details, the little nostalgia details that he throws in between sections, and he has like a news rack and you know, stuff about a different game each episode and that kind of stuff. But his entire show, it has this very 90s feel to it, 80s, 90s feel, because his entire show is made on an Amiga. So he's not just talking about Amigas, he's actually using an Amiga to create the show as well. Such fantastic quality. So I'm not sure why he's paused. I really hope the guy's okay. And this guy, this is one of the best. As soon as he emerged on the scene, I think one of my first comments to him was, well, flipping heck, you've just come from nowhere and instantly become the best Amiga channel on YouTube. Because, sorry to all those others, including the Amiga Bros, this guy's stuff is phenomenal. It is fantastic, and the way it's presented and put together is just staggering. And there he is with still under 1,000 subs. So if you're into your Amiga stuff, or if you just want to take a dabble and have a look, the Amiga Show, here's to you. Seriously, mate, get making some more videos, because that is quality. Next one is Retro Ed UK. So this is a really nice guy. He's more down to, so if you're into your console stuff, console gaming, that kind of stuff, but stuff from any era. And he also does stuff about toys. What I love about channels like this is they're not afraid to dabble with anything nostalgia related on a really relatable level. And like his latest video, which I haven't watched yet, it's in my watch later list, is about, I think I've got about halfway through here. It's about this board game, Space Attack. And I remember I'd forgotten that I ever had that, but I had this and me and my brother used to play this. So that's what I love, is these instant, oh my goodness, what a refreshed memory. That is fantastic. So Retro Ed UK, check out his channel, check out his stuff. All the links will be in the description. Thanks Retro Ed for everything you're doing, because it's great. The next one. This guy, seriously, Toohey's Tech and Gaming. If you haven't seen his channel, the easiest way I can describe Toohey's channel is he is the YouTuber I wish I was. That sounds like a funny thing to say. Where's he at? He's at 492 subscribers. So I've actually got more subs than him at the moment. But what I mean by that is, look, there are some YouTubers, especially the big ones, that are clearly, they're towing a fine line, because they acknowledge that if they're doing this for a living, which, you know, the high channels are, they can't go around offending people. So they are the nicest people in the world. Now the person, I hope Neil doesn't watch this. Neil, if you watch this, I'm sorry. Neil from Retro Man Cave, he's annoyingly nice. That guy, he's just too nice. There's got to be something right. He's got to be a serial killer or something behind the scenes. That guy is just unnaturally nice. And if you get into his Discord channel and all of that, he's just impossibly nice. Stop it, Neil. Just stop. You're just too perfect. Just do something wrong. Offend some people. I'm offended by your lack of offense. So there you go. You've offended me. Toohey, what I mean by he's the YouTuber I wish I was, he is 100% himself. You may think I'm being myself. I hold back. I do hold back. My sense of humor could go a lot further. His does. His just, he doesn't care. He seriously doesn't care, but his content is good. Mainly Amiga related, but some other stuff as well. He's got a stunning looking games room, a really nice Amiga 1200 that he shows the guts of. It's in a translucent case and all that kind of stuff. And he's openly not tech savvy, if that makes sense, to a point. Obviously he is tech savvy, but if he's showing a certain card, like one of his latest videos, which I watched the other day, freaking hilarious video, really funny video. But he openly says, I don't really know how this works, and I don't really know if I've installed it right, but anyway, this is what it does. You know, there's no pretense, and that's my level of tech knowledge as well, really, when it comes to, you know, the old computers. I never pulled them apart back in the day. Clearly he didn't either, and he's not afraid to make a fool of himself on camera. Really great channel. Love his content. You can see his games room there. Check him out. Toohey's what was it called again? Toohey's Tech and Gaming. Seriously, great stuff. And this last one, and I've purposely saved him for last, because Si, I love where you're going. So Ginger Hippy Gaming 42. I've watched him for a while now, since I got onto some of the other UK channels, some of the smaller UK channels, that they all have this sort of, as they call it, the community, and sharing amongst each other and chatting to each other and, you know, supporting each other. And he's just got a really unique style. He's down to earth, but he's putting out more and more specifically gaming content. He's got a great collection. And what he's really doing at the moment is he's concentrating on reviewing homebrew 8-bit games. It's just a niche he's found himself in, and he's doing it really well. So Ginger Hippy Gaming 42, his name's Si. And Si, I just want to say, I've noticed you really lift your game in terms of, I know you got a new phone, so that might be part of it. So it could be part of it. But yeah, you just short, sharp, not always, but mostly short, sharp, and you're one of those guys that I'm jealous of in terms of you can say more in 10 minutes than I take 40 minutes to say. And that's why you do less editing, because you edit up here and here. And that's a better skill than doing it down here. Not on a Spectrum, obviously on a PC, but that's not in shop. You know, it's fantastic, and I love seeing where you're going. So Ginger Hippy Gaming, he's recently cracked the 500 subs mark. Be great to see him go over 1,000. It absolutely would. Be great to see all these go over. These are all, and I can't believe it, that all these guys are sub 1,000, myself included, obviously. But the quality of some of the content being put out, these guys should be over 1,000. Let's put the spotlight back on me. So seriously, guys, all of you guys that I've just mentioned, spotlight, me. I want to be the bright thing. I really do want to be the bright thing. I'm sure many of my teachers wished I'd become the bright thing, but I'm doing all right in life, so, you know, who cares? So, to the Amiga Show, to... I've forgotten you all already. Who were they? Retro Ed UK. I'll get them. Amiga Show, Retro Ed UK, Toohey's Toohey's Tech and Gaming, and Ginger Hippy Gaming 42. Here's to you guys. Well done. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep pushing through. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, for those of you still watching me, thank you for your support as well. And especially for those that are sharing my content about, because again, and this isn't fake, this is genuine, I'm extremely humbled by that as an experience, especially by the Amiga Bros. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.